Please give me the answer I need to make sure I get stenciled on this plaque.
Jake Kumaro? Who in the fuck is that?
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another team preview. This time we got Chris in True North, a guy who finished in the top 4 last year. Had the perfect regular season last year, but fumbled in the playoffs against the eventual champion Deuce Bombers. So obviously I know Chris in True North has to be looking back at that as a bit of a disappointment, but obviously winning some other awards was able to still end up on top. Just getting right into his lineup here, we look at quarterback. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, guy's one of the best ever, if not the best in the league right now. A running back, Frank Gore, the veteran, Joe Mixon, and then this is my pick for Fantasy Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. I think he's going to have a huge year and really is the centerpiece of that Carolina's offense. Wide receiver again, I mean, you got AB. I mean, this guy's going to be top 2 receiver for sure. Brandon Cooks. Tight end, a little bit thin. Austin Seferian-Jenkins and Ian Thomas. RWT slot, Cordero Patterson, Kyle Juszczyk, and Bruce Ellington. I mean, not the greatest, but again, in the RWT slots, you're just hoping these guys produce some points. On the bench, Ryan Fitzpatrick, the reliable veteran, backing up Rodgers. Alfred Morris in there. We'll see if he gets any time with San Fran. Brown, Jones, and Harris rounding that out. At kicker, you got Fairbairn and Rosas. On defense, only one defense I can see on your team. That's the Bears, so that could hurt you on one of the weeks where you don't have a D to dress. The Bears defense as well. There's still a lot of question marks there. DL, Harrison, and Buckner. Linebacker, you got Bobby Wagner. He's going to get a ton of tackles. I think Seattle's going to be brutal this year, so their defense is going to be on the field a lot, which means Wagner will get a lot of tackles. Whitehead, Preston Brown, DB, you got Elford, Swearinger, and Von Bell. In the defensive player hole, you got Hightower and Cunningham for some linebacker depth there as well, and Joyner as well. On the bench, Whitney Merciless, they graded him as a DL, so much like I said for Chris and Bastion Street Bullies, Merciless should be a linebacker, like Judon, but so that could help obviously in the DL hole. You got Bradham, Conte, and Iloka rounding it out. So what it means for Chris and True North, this is a guy that's been here from the beginning, obviously trying to defend his North Division title. A guy that has one time finished third place, and is definitely somebody who's always in the mix. There's no doubt about that. I got Chris going 8-4 before Flex Week at 13. Reason being, Rogers, McCaffrey, and AB I think is going to win a few games by themselves. And Chris in True North is obviously going to try to rebound. He did fairly well considering he didn't have many draft picks in the first 10 rounds. And I'm looking forward to seeing him bring his best efforts once again in the North Division.